What's the actual process? I mean, how do you, what's the process for deciding what the message is? And then, then what's the next process to get that message into the employees? Because as you said, you're turning the employees into ambassadors, both for their suppliers and the other tradies, say on a job site, if that's what it is. And so what's the process? I mean, I guess you've got to come up with a message and then deliver the message.
Well, it's really understanding where we're at in the process and what's actually going on. So if there is, I'm going to give you an example here of, say, it's more an acquisition sort of situation. So a company buying another company out, and you've got obviously internal communications that you need to work out, but you need to explain how that's going to happen. But you need to know exactly where you're at in that process. And as Shane would know, it's very much case by case, and it depends on where you're at, how far down the path you're at. And I always advocate being as transparent as possible, as quickly as possible. And even though being able to say, look, we've just got to get through the next 4 weeks, it doesn't feel good to anyone. It's often the best you can do in that situation. And, you mentioned earlier, Nick, when it comes to reputation, often it's about what you've done before you need to really think about managing these comms. It's about how you do treat people in the lead up to it. And hopefully you've built some good trust, and there's a good culture there, that there's an understanding that you're doing the best you can in the circumstance as well. But in terms of working out that message, you really do need in that room all the key advisors that you would need, and work through what's practical to be communicating right now, what's the best way to keep people feeling as positive as possible without gilding the lily, being as transparent as we can, and how do we progress that? Because one message doesn't hold. One message will hold for a time, but you need to evolve that message. So it's very much a live situation.